What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zaki, creator of Jellag Radio and many more podcasts, and the website zack.coffee. That's ZSK.COFFE. Now, I don't have some coffee here. I had my coffee earlier. I was just on the computer on my Lenovo Legion in my office, work from home in my room, my bedroom, and I was listening to Gary V's Tea with Gary V, episode 83. It was kind of weird. He blurred his face, like he was answering questions and stuff, but his face was not on the video. So he was just answering stuff. He was doing his whatnot. I have a whatnot as well. I'm selling my magic cards. As you know, I'm eager for a surprise if possible. We just don't know. I've been collecting these magic cards for a while, and I hope by some divine miracle, as you know, some of you guys who collect Pokemon cards, some of your Pokemon cards, you can sell them for like $5,000, and you just it's like amazing, and like you just love it. Like, so same for me. I hope that some of these magic cards are worth a lot, so that I can actually just survive, because I haven't had my allowance in about 9 months. So about 9 months, no allowance every month. I used to get a very modest allowance. My allowance per month was about $500 plus $300 credit card. So it was like $800 per month. That was basically what I used to live. It helped me pay for my The Economist subscription. It helped me pay for my PlayStation subscription. It helped me pay for my YouTube TV so I could watch Aaron Burnett on CNN on Outfront. It helped me pay for my Spotify, for my music. It helped me pay for gasoline if I had to pay for gas and just go on a drive and drink some coffee like a Dutch Bros, and then just listen to my techno, make sure the music sounds great, make sure it goes well. And I was hoping that the music would work out, so that hopefully I could have enough money saved up. I never had enough. The $500, I never had a full, like, I think I needed $600 or $700 to go to Best Buy so they would install a CD player or a sound system in my car, so that I could listen to my music with like a GPS that have both the GPS and then now playing songs, so I could always know what the song is playing and know what the GPS is saying. I need that in the vehicle. I've always wanted that. So anyway, wearing my shirt that says basketball is my girlfriend. Right now, I don't have a girlfriend. I actually just got divorced. So I've been divorced for about 5 days now. 5 days. So it's a whole new chapter. It's gonna take some time, but yes, I'm still playing NBA 2K25. So if you want to play NBA 2K25, obviously I would prefer playing NBA 2K25 with a woman. But if you're a guy, that's fine. We can throw it down and play some NBA 2K25. I'm not as good as any other games that I play, but we can chill out and play. So yeah, I don't have a cup of coffee here, but as you know, Indignation, they drink beers and stuff. So I have a beer right here. It is a 0% alcohol beer, and the reason being, as always, you know, as I like to say, make sure you drink a 0% alcohol beer, especially if you're working or if you're operating heavy machinery, because you never know if it is very important, especially you guys in the military. You're operating heavy machinery. You have to be sober. It's very important. When your shift is over, when the mission's over, then you can have your beers and all this and that. I know you try to act tough and like, oh, you can throw beers and grab a knife and just hit the table, make sure you don't hit yourself. Stop acting, trying to look cool and stuff. It's not funny. Because a lot of time, there's a situation that happens all the time where I show you the situation in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. What is the situation? Everyone's drunk as fuck. There's only one team member that's sober, and he has to deal with all the enemy militias, has to get rid of all of them, and then he has to carry all of us inside a Humvee and drive you guys back to base to camp. That's what happens. So when you're doing your mission, stay sober, and then when the mission's over, drink whatever it is that you want. So here's a Heineken 00. I do like the Corona 00 and Guinness 00, so hopefully I can find them. Again, I haven't been able to afford to go to Bevmo or wherever, so hopefully we can find that. So cheers, everybody. Cheers. All right, so it is Monday. Let's go ahead and put like a more appropriate polo to just for overlords. They would prefer that we dress more appropriately. And there's my Ohio State hat. You know, go Bucks. I'm very excited for a new football season. Football season is going to be great. summer practice. They're doing their best, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks before the football season will start. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on the show. Let's go ahead and look at the first story. First story is by GT Planet. Gran Turismo 7 prices slashed in PlayStation Summer Sale. This is a wonderful story by PlayStation. Thank you to Sony. They look like they reduced the price to GT7. GT7 is now much cheaper. As you know, GT7 came out when it was released. It was $70. Now GT7 is at $30. $30. That means that all you guys that are on the PlayStation and have been waiting to play this game, but we're worried about the price range, you can now get yourself Gran Turismo 7, 25-year anniversary of Gran Turismo. You can play it for a mere $25, for a mere $30. It's amazing. I don't have my watch. My watch is in my office. That's okay. I guess I'll have to wear it on a different video. Tomorrow I'll be filming Coffee with Zaki in French, so maybe I'll wear it for that. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Story from The Economist, how U.S. Space Command is preparing for satellite-on-satellite combat. Great story, be sure to check it out. Up next by 1843 Magazine, would you pass on the world's toughest exam? Be sure to read that story. Up next by The Economist podcast, Chip Lords, the world's most important company. Check it out. Up next, heavy oil traffic through the Strait of Hormuz reflects the Middle East's continued leverage over global markets. EIU's latest summary reports maps out 4 possible futures for the region. Download the summary report for a clear view of what's at stake. This is by the EIU, the Economist Intelligence Unit. Up next, hybrid still isn't working. Evidence suggests that it's hurting collaboration, exacerbating social isolation, and weakening culture. Here's how to fix it by Peter Capelli and Rania Neme. This is by Harvard Business Review. I totally agree. I really like working hybrid work from home. I enjoy it, but I would like to work in the office. And right now, if you don't let me work in the office, there's not much I can do. So if you want me to work in the office, give me a job offer letter. Let me work for you. Let me help out your company, your startup, whatever. And yeah, let's do that. Because right now, if I just work from home, if I work from the coffee shop, there's not that much interactions together and we can't collaborate. So right now, that's why everything I do is all mine. It says everything that I do is me because it's Zack Technology LLC. It's my company. I'm the only person that works for it. I'm the founder, the CEO, and the senior project manager. I'm do all 3. All right. Up next, Trump failed the 3 a.m. test. This is a story by the Atlantic. We've read this story so many times. Be sure to read it again. Up next, malnutrition in Gaza at alarming levels. WHO warns as airdrop resumes. This is by the BBC News. Up next by Bloomberg, a data deluge brings moment of truth for Marcus this week. Be sure to check out that article. Up next, U.S. and EU clinch deal with 15% U.S. tariff on most EU exports to avert trade wars. This is by Reuters. Up next, how the inventor of the bouncy castle saved lives. This is by Al Jazeera News. Up next, is lunch the best meal? This is by The New Yorker. Up next, Apple beta season is here, plus a retro-style PC phone cases, DDR in 2025 and more. This is by The Verge. Up next, is anyone going to stop a looming death spiral in Gaza? This is by Vox. Up next, data safety app T breach exposing 72,000 user images. This is by TechCrunch. Up next, how nonprofits and academia are stepping up to salvage U.S. climate programs. This is by MIT Technology Review. Up next, I left the U.S. after being laid off from Amazon. Living in the Netherlands is more affordable, and my small business is thriving. This is by Business Insider. This is a very interesting story to me because, I'm unable to work in the U.S., so maybe I might go to Holland and collaborate with other DJs there and work for Radio 50 to work for Slam FM and maybe make a living there. And you never know. You never know what can happen. There's also NATO offices in the Netherlands, so maybe I could work for NATO in Holland. This is a probability. You never know. Up next, I would prefer working with Armin van Buren, Ferry Corsten, and Tiesto, that's for sure. Up next, Instability is threatening living standards everywhere, according to the latest livability index from our sister company. Find out where your city ranks. This is by LinkedIn. Up next, Palestinian wary of as Israel begins military pauses to allow minimal aid into Gaza. This is by The Guardian. Up next, by the New York Times, Israel says it paused some military activity in Gaza amid anger over hunger. This is by New York Times, like I mentioned. Up next, Trump's popularity is tumbling, but Dems are still worried about two big problems. This is by Huffington Post. Up next, a love letter to music listings. This is by The Atlantic. Up next, by 5:38, the situation in Gaza is catastrophic. Save the Children's humanitarian director says. Up next, by the Washington Post, Israel lets more aid trucks into Gaza under pressure over hunger crisis. Up next, Pogacar wins Tour de France for fourth time. This is by Le Monde. Up next, NASA spacecraft snapped a rare photo of Mars as its moons together. It's by Mashable. Up next, a 12-year-old boy's arson arrest may be linked to a global terror network. This is by Vice. Very intriguing article. Up next, food has become a memory. My hunger diary and the Gaza. This is by The Intercept. Very important story. Up next, 7 of the best book festival around the world. This is by Nat Geo. Up next, nearly 4,000 NASA employees up to leave agency through a deferred resignation program. This is by NPR. Very scary news. Check that out. Up next, they worked with the U.S. in Afghanistan. Now Trump could return them to the Taliban. This is a very scary story by Cap Radio News. Look into that story. As always, check out the organization No One Left Behind. Very important organization to save Afghan SIV people, and also the TV show United State of Al. Very great story. We hope that they come back for a third season or a different network. Up next, sermons croisés à Pékin. C'est Le Monde Diplomatique. Up next, the dangers of weaponizing anti-Semitism. As Gaza faces more death and starvation, criticism of Israel is needed more than ever. This is by Foreign Policy. Very important story. Up next, the end of the long American century. This is by Foreign Affairs. Up next, Japan avoids 20% tariffs with investment pledges and landmark U.S. trade deal. This is by The Diplomat. Up next, Operation Midnight and the President's War Powers. This is by The Cipher Brief. Maître Espion Pologne, Carol Molenda, architectes and stratèges cyber du France et de l'OTAN. It's by Intelligence Online French, and you can read in English as well. Up next, quantum scientists have built a new math of cryptography. This is by Quantum Magazine. Up next is a story by CERN in French about the 70 years of the construction of the water canals for the lab of CERN. Be sure to check it out. Very important stuff. A Quiet Supersonic Future. This is by NASA. Up next, by Interpol. New Interpol report warns of sharp rise in cybercrime in Africa. Very scary stuff. And as always, please send your petitions to all the Interpol offices throughout the world, throughout the nation, nationwide, worldwide. Put the pressure to get that Interpol red notice on Netanyahu. It is possible. He's facing corruption charges. Next thing we need is an Interpol red notice on him, and it'll be done deal. It'll be great. Okay. Up next, photos from F-22s to CV-22s, the aircraft of Reforpack. This is by Air and Space Force Magazine. Big shout out. Future Airlift by Airman Magazine. Big shout out. So a big shout out to the AFA. Great organization. Always helps out. As a volunteer organization, helps out people in the Air Force and the Space Force. Check them out. Up next, by Motor Trend, Beau Aero driving Mazda revolutionary cabaret concept. This is great street racing story. Amazing story. All right, guys, that's it. I have to be very quick because of my short bandwidth. Just wanted to do this quick story from Monday, and I'll upload it very quick to my YouTube channel. Hope everything's going well. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll be able to live stream more stuff on August 1st. So just give me about 2 or 3 more days, and that's it. Everything's on the website, Zack.coffee. As always, please vote for me in the DJ Mac Top 100 poll. My name is Zaki Kayumi. That's Z-A-K-I. Last name is Kayumi, Q-A-Y-O-U-M-I. Much appreciated. And always, please leave a like and subscribe. I have 39 subscribers. Please become my 40 subscribers. Much appreciation. All right, guys. Cheers.